What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. After Hope reunion flops, Liam rebounds in Ivy bed? After his failures in the Hope-Logan reunion, the Bold and the Beautiful suggests that Liam Spencer might be able to get back on track in Ivy Forrester's bed. Although BNB is providing hints that Hope and Liam might reunite, there are no guarantees. Fans of Liam and Hope have been duped numerous times by reunion hints that have never materialized. At the moment, the show gives viewers hope and makes them believe that Liam might get his true love back. However, that doesn't mean Hope and Liam will immediately get their happy ending. This could turn into a long and winding road if Hope sticks with Carter Walton and moves ahead with an elopement. Hope might end up marrying Carter and end up miserable while still longing for Liam. Divorces and annulments happen all the time on soaps, so that's worth keeping in mind. Even if Hope marries Carter, it's possible that their union wasn't meant to last. That said, it may seem like all hope is lost from Liam's perspective if Hope chooses to marry Carter. If that happens, Liam will feel lost and alone, so maybe Ivy would jump at the chance to be his rebound. At this point, Ivy seems willing to take Liam in any way she can. That means finishing second and winning Liam only because Hope said no, so be it. Liam may be persuaded to make new memories with Ivy by her assurance that they can make their own start. Ivy might be able to lure Liam into her bed and hope that he will forget everything about Hope. That might not be effective, but it might rekindle Hope's complicated jealousy. Hope won't like it if Ivy tries to steal her place in Liam's heart, even if she marries Carter. Stay with us for updates on all the erratic news that is to come as Ivy's inclusion in this storyline opens the door to some messy possibilities. Will Liam end up in another love triangle? But Ivy wants Liam to listen to her. A brand new love triangle is in the works, according to key moments from Wednesday, August 28, 2025's Bold and the Beautiful. Hope is Liam's #1 priority. However, Ivy needs to make her appeal first. Waffling no more. Bill likes this new, improved Liam. His son finally knows what he wants. Liam made it clear that he wants to be with Hope. It's only fair for Beth to have both of her parents back together. Liam is single, and Hope is engaged to Carter. Yet, Liam didn't see this as an obstacle. He decided to kiss Hope, who was easy to disappoint. But that's not going to stop Liam from trying. He informed his father that he tried to make a move on his ex-wife, which took Bill by surprise. Ivy is on a purpose. Ivy, on the other hand, is a woman on a mission. She wants to get the love of her life back. At the office, Ivy told Electra that her niece isn't the only one with big plans. Ivy planned on visiting Liam to tell him how she feels about him. We're glad that Ivy followed through on her promise because it was nice to see these two together again. They haven't shared a scene together in over a year. Ivy surprised Liam, who didn't expect her. She confessed that she still has feelings for him. Ivy was informed right away by Liam that Hope is the only woman he wants. Ouch. She might not completely give up on love yet. Given that Ivy is engaged to Carter, will she be able to convince Liam that Hope is not the right woman for him? Liam has ditched his waffling ways. But will a new love triangle ensue for him? He could keep Ivy on the back burner if Hope doesn't want to reconcile. Following the disappointing conclusion of Hope Logan's reunion with Liam Spencer, which ended in an uncomfortable rejection and lingering sorrow, the Bold and the Beautiful starkly illustrates that Liam may be on the brink of entering yet another tumultuous, passion-driven diversion, one that could unexpectedly lead him to Ivy Forrester's bed before he fully comprehends the situation. The narrative does not commence with romantic fireworks but rather with disillusionment, as Liam makes one final, desperate attempt to persuade Hope that they are meant to be together, only to witness her retreat and cling to her engagement with Carter Walton. This choice deeply wounds him but simultaneously ignites a restless yearning within him to feel desired, needed, and loved, something Ivy appears more than willing to provide. Despite Liam's grand declarations about wanting Hope back and the desire to reunite Beth with her parents under one roof, Hope remains torn between nostalgia for her former relationship and her commitment to Carter, leaving Liam suspended in uncertainty, a state he vowed never to revisit. Yet, here he finds himself, heart aching, ego bruised, and emotions so raw that they render him susceptible to someone like Ivy, who has subtly re-entered his life with her own motives, confessions, and a desire to be chosen for once, not as a mere consolation but as a woman who believes she can fulfill all of Liam's deepest longings. When Ivy appeared at his door after learning of his unsuccessful reunion with Hope, Liam was not anticipating solace, closure, or even company yet, There she stood in his living room, her eyes gentle, her voice quivering as she confessed that she still harbored feelings for him after all these years. Although Liam attempted to brush it off with a courteous yet resolute statement that Hope was the only woman he truly desired, his own words felt empty to him. Although his heart cried out for hope, his body was still tinged with the pain of rejection. This sting of rejection can lead individuals to act recklessly, such as staying too long when another offers solace, accepting a drink when emotions are heightened, or allowing fond memories of intimacy with Ivy to resurface and dull the sharpness of loneliness. Ivy was not merely a stranger reaching out to him. She was a woman he had once held, kissed, and shared nights with. The past has a peculiar way of rewriting itself when the present becomes unbearable. The writers cleverly suggest that Liam's anguish over Hope may inadvertently guide him back into Ivy's embrace, where he might convince himself that it is merely a distraction, a rebound, or a means to numb the pain. However, Ivy would perceive it differently. She would view it as a second chance, a miracle, a door slightly ajar that she is determined to enter, even if Liam insists it signifies nothing more than filling the void left by Hope. This is where the soap opera dynamic intensifies, as fans are aware that Liam's rebounds are never straightforward, never quiet, and always come with repercussions. If Ivy entices him back into her bed with promises of passion and stability, it will not only complicate his tumultuous pursuit of Hope, but also reignite jealousy within Hope herself. She may suddenly come to the realization that losing Liam to Carter is not as painful as losing him to Ivy. Carter represents safety, predictability, and a man she can rationalize marrying, whereas Ivy embodies competition, family, and someone who can genuinely take Liam away, which pricks at Hope's pride and her sense of destiny. Thus, while Hope may publicly declare her commitment to Carter, the idea of Liam entangled with Ivy ignites a fire within her, and this is precisely the narrative the writers aim to explore. Liam becoming more decisive, Ivy embracing daring choices, Hope simmering in remorse, and Carter potentially left at the altar, questioning why Hope avoids his gaze. Meanwhile, Bill Spencer, who has observed his son navigate through heartbreak, finds himself admiring this new version of Liam who asserts he knows what he desires. However, even Bill would be taken aback by Liam's swift rebound with Ivy, although Bill, more than anyone, comprehends the nature of rebound passion. He might even urge his son to seize the opportunity presented to him rather than yearn for a woman who evidently cannot choose him, for in Bill's perspective, opportunities do not linger, and perhaps that is the message Liam needs to hear to rationalize returning to Ivy's embrace, where warmth, closeness, and a feeling of being valued could lead him to believe, if only for a moment, that he is progressing rather than regressing. Nevertheless, the truth is that soap opera rebounds seldom conclude neatly, and should Liam spend the night with Ivy, viewers can be certain it will not be brushed aside, as this is the type of storyline that escalates into triangles, quadrangles, and chaotic confrontations at the workplace. Ivy will likely share her passionate night with Elektra, Hope will overhear the gossip and feel her jealousy surge, Carter will notice the exchanged looks between Liam and Ivy during a fitting at Forrester Creations, and Bill will be smirking in the background, fully aware that his son's life is on the verge of becoming complicated once more. This is the very essence of how the Spencers, Logans, and Forresters function: chaos, love triangles, shattered hearts, and perilous rebounds that evolve into lifelong entanglements. And if Ivy manages to entice Liam into her bed, it will not solely revolve around passion. It will also encompass Hope, not the character Hope Logan, but the lowercase notion of hope. This is the kind of hope that Ivy clings to, believing that perhaps, just perhaps, this time Liam will recognize her for who she truly is, not merely a substitute for the woman he could not have, but as a partner capable of offering him peace, loyalty, and potentially even a family of their own, should the narrative take an unexpected turn towards a pregnancy twist, which soap operas often keep in reserve. However, even if the plot does not progress that far, the repercussions of Liam's rebound with Ivy would initiate a chain reaction that could alter the entire landscape of the show. Once Hope becomes aware that she is no longer the sole woman in Liam's life, her confidence in Carter could begin to crumble. Furthermore, when Carter realizes that Hope continues to yearn for Liam, even after sharing his bed, his trust may begin to wane. Additionally, once Ivy comprehends that she has been utilized as a rebound, her emotional pain could evolve into a new storyline of revenge or heartbreak. For the moment, however, the speculation is sufficient to excite fans, as The Bold and the Beautiful thrives on posing the question: will Liam genuinely rebound into Ivy's bed, or is this yet another false lead like so many before, where the hints of passion never fully come to fruition? And that ambiguity serves as the hook, for viewers understand that regardless of how many times Liam asserts that he only desires Hope, the sting of rejection combined with Ivy's availability creates a perilous combination.